If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you've been to my channel before, welcome back. It's EvanHusa57 here. I am on Neverwinter on the Xbox One. We are currently in Mod 10, the Storm King's Thunder, and this video I will be covering basically a complete guide to the Winter Festival for 2016. I did a short video about farming the Winter Festival last year in 2015, but a lot of new things have changed, so please bear with me over the course of this video. I will try and cover everything. So, it's the first day of the Winter Festival. Basically, you have to be level 4 or higher to access this, and you have to be level 15 or higher to claim some of the best rewards. First of all, you'll notice that Protector's Enclave has changed. You have the whole Aurora Borealis effect in the sky and the snow on the ground, a few lanterns of Simul and everything. Basically, it's your winter solstice event. Anyways, really cool event and very easy to access. So you do have an event vendor in Protector's Enclave for those of you that may not know how to get to the Winter Festival. And you can also see some of the weapons and things that you can get there on the left side. Now, this has been a pretty hyped up event. There is a lot of good stuff that you can get from it. You just need to know how, and this is where I come in. So, in order to get to the Winter Festival, you're going to want to either use a travel post or go to a travel gate. Either way works, and you will look for the Winter Festival icon. Go ahead and fast travel to that location, and it's literally a completely different map, a completely different setting. If this is your first time participating in the Winter Festival, you will have an additional quest. I covered that in last year's video. If you are returning to the Winter Festival, then you will have a different quest loadout. Your quest will look like mine. Now, as you can see, the area is really cool. There's a fair amount of stuff to do here, and this is pretty much my, I would say, absolute 100% hands-down favorite event of the year, so I'm kind of partial to this event. With that being said, just do be careful. You will notice in zone chat, there are a lot of people asking for gift groups, and people saying people are scamming and shit like that. Kind of don't pay attention to them, but do be careful if you get into a gift-giving group, because there are those dishonest players out there. Now, you're going to have 3 main quests if you are a returning player. The Simul Celebration, which is very easy to do. You're going to want to do that. You'll have Star Stuff, always going to do that, and you'll have Omens of the Stars. Now, all of these quests, or almost all of these quests, are going to give you Light of Simul, which I will show you what that does here in a second. For Star Stuff, it's very easy. Just walk over here to this vendor, accept the quest. There is a new quest now called the White Dragon Gift Exchange. You can accept that if you wish to do so. It is not something that you have to do. Once you've accepted that quest, you will get the Starlet Voucher item. Do be careful, this item has a expiration timer of 24 hours on it. Once you have that, go into the Zen Market. Go down to Event Items, the Starlet Parcel. You'll see that it says free, and then you can purchase one of the Starlet Parcels per character, per day, for free, just by doing that quest. Out of the parcels, you'll get all kinds of different items from previous events gone by, as well as some items that can only be obtained from the Winter Festival. Now, you will earn a couple of currencies. I will show you these now. You'll earn stars, which can be redeemed for the Winter Sled, the Frost Mimic, an additional gift of Simul, the Spirit of Simul, or even the Frozen Throne of the North, which is pretty cool because this is an item that only binds on equip. So you'll definitely see me getting one of those for my wizard. Now, for the Light of Simul, you can buy all of these basic stuff, but you can also buy cosmetic items. Some pretty cool cosmetic items, I might add, like the Winter Festival cape, and you can also buy the demonic scarves. Depending on what character you are, they actually look really cool. Plus, you can buy all of the weapon transmogs and these transmute items are all bound on equip, so you can actually buy them and sell them in addition to the companions and everything. That's what you use your Light of Simul on. Now, if this is your first time here at the Winter Festival, you will have 3 other quests. They will be basically to talk to the NPCs around town and to talk to or read the lore locations. Very easy quest to do. Now we're going to do this quest over here, and it's just lore, basically. It's kind of a neat, fun time. That's all it is. You go up to the telescope. There's a way to actually get all the way on top of the telescope. I'll cover that in a different video. And there you go. You get Light of Simul, quest complete. You get the Star of Fortune, all that good stuff. You also get a mysterious fortune, which can be traded, sold, or opened. Sometimes you get nothing out of it, and you'll get a piece of lore. Sometimes, though, you actually do get something out of it. So there's basically 3 events for 1 other quest that you can do. And we're going to go back and do the Twilight Run. It doesn't matter as long as you participate in them. It doesn't matter if the event is actually active or not at that time. So here is the Sled mount vendor. He'll answer any questions that you have about the Slalom Course, which is pretty simple. Now, the faster mount that you have, the easier it is to actually get to the different objectives on time, but a little bit the harder to control it is. So bear that in mind. Now, while I'm doing this and you're watching, I'll go over some of the currencies that you'll see, like the stars, the Light of Simul, things like that. You will find those currencies as well as some specific event type currencies used in the limited time profession by competing in these little limited time 15-minute local events. So you have the Slalom Course, you have the ice fishing, and you have a little defense kill the monsters event that comes up. I think it's called like Monsters on Ice, something like that is the exact name. If you participate in those, you will gain Lights of Simul. You gain almost double the Lights of Simul during the Winter Festival Zenith, which is basically the last 5 days of the event. And on top of that, you will gain the specific items that you need for the Simul crafting profession. As soon as I finish this little slalom, I'll show you what that profession is, and basically through that you can upgrade your fishing pole, which I know some of you might be like, yeah, it's a fishing pole, you know, whatever, but it's actually really, really good. And this year a lot has changed with the event in the addition of new items that you can get and basically additional bonuses for putting in the time to run the event and to actually, you know, play with the event. We'll also cover the Zen Market and the new versions of the packs. Just bear with me. So pretty easy to do. The Slalom Course doesn't take very much time at all. Get there, you finish, get a little cutscene, and it will display your score. You can do that as many times as you like. You only have to do it once right there for the quest. You'll see quest complete, Twilight Run. Now all I have to do is battle 10 monsters on ice, learn about the fishing. Very easy, and then I'm going to get one other quest. Now since my professions are done, there's something I really wish to show you. And this is from the Simul Light Crafting. As you see, that's a light pod. And my Simul Light Crafting is at level 1. And you can make these different little things. You can get the illuminated stuff, you can get these sickly, and more importantly, the flake of black lead. All of this can come out of fishing, in addition to upgrading your fishing pole. Now, I will cover upgrading the fishing pole, like I said, in a different video, so for right now, I'll just send him out to harvest stuff. Completing the quest is very, very easy here. These enemies are basically level 60s. So right now I'm on a single target build. It really doesn't matter what build you're on. Hey, look at that. The event Monsters on Ice just popped up while I'm here, so I'm actually going to get credit for this. And each event that you run has its own currency. In addition to the light of Simul, you will gain another currency or an item specific to the event. So the sled race has its own currency. Everything has its own currency, basically. Now you'll see right now I'm rank 1 in this with 24 points. It's really, really easy to get ranked up in this, and it's very easy to upgrade your fishing pole and everything. It doesn't really take much time or effort as long as you know what you're doing. So, once you do that, the main thing that people are asking is, how do I make money off of this event? How do I make diamonds? What's good? What's going to benefit me? In short, we're getting there. Now, once you've done these quests, the biggest reward that you're going to have, or technically the best reward, are going to be these Starlet Parcels. You can open that, and you'll get different items. In this case, I got a dark rank 6 enchantment, 5 sky beams, the actual gift of Simul, which is what you use when you're in a group, and how you can farm the event by getting into a group and having everybody release their lanterns, because there's a chance that the lantern will drop a Starlet Parcel for someone else. You will also gain the Beacon of Simul artifact, which is an artifact of union. It is bound to character when you gain it, and you can refine in the whole spirit of Simul, lumens. It uses a different refining material than what regular artifacts do. So just bear that in mind. The rest of the stuff, it does take up inventory space. So I would recommend that you do this on a character that, well, has the inventory space to spare. If you're like me and you don't have the inventory space to spare, it can be a little bit interesting. So you get that quest for going fishing, and you can very easily, for 10 copper, buy a simple fishing pole, and basically, you have to catch 3 fish. It's actually easier than it sounds. So you go to a fishing hole, and now you'll see it takes a little bit of time to catch the fish, and this is why you want to have that upgraded fishing pole. But the fishing holes can change. They are white, which is common, green, uncommon, blue, rare, and purple epic. The green fishing hole has 12 attempts, the blue 6, and the purple one only 4. Now these fish that you get during the actual fishing on ice event give you points, but you can also keep the fish in your inventory, save them, and then you can deposit them in these barrels for more light of Simul. Another really cool thing. So, of course, it wants me to deposit the fish. There you go. That's that quest complete. Yay, celebrate the Winter Festival. Alright, one last thing. There's another quest, and this is going to be for the Demon Racing Sled. I know some of you may not like it, because it's only a green mount, but during the Winter Festival, of course, it gets boosted to 140% movement speed, so it's actually really, really cool, and that quest is the Far From Home quest. Now, there is one last thing that I want to talk to you about, a very special vendor here. It's actually right up here, and this vendor is the Well-Traveled Stranger. So you'll see that you can get Linu's Favor, Fallen Dragon Fangs, Dragon Sigils, Vibrant Seedlings. You can basically get all of your campaign currencies from this. It's actually really cool, especially for those of us that still need the Linu's Favor. And if you need them, you're going to want to farm this event. Now, you get those currencies by fishing. I'll cover that at the end of this video. So give me just another minute. I want to show you about this demonic racing sled, because you're going to want to be fishing to get that demonic racing sled. Now, it is bound to character, so remember, you're not going to be able to trade it or give it to another character, but if you come over here, you can actually get the quest, and you can see in the store, he has that demon sled. So there's your first flake of black lead, and you look, there's the demon sled. While in the Winter Festival, the mount movement speed is increased to 140%. Pretty cool, but it binds on pickup. A little bit disappointing there. Anyways, to get more flakes like that, you can actually make them in the Simul crafting profession. You can get the items for that out of fishing, and you can take your light of Simul come over here to the Light of Simul vendor, and then you can trade them in, which is one of the items that I scrolled past, if you didn't see it, for the Crate of Black Lead, which contains 8 flakes of black lead. Not necessarily the best thing that I'd want to do, but it is something that you can do. So bear with me for a second. I will show you one thing that's very important. If you are going to consider buying these gifts or these packs, you will want to consider the Simul Starlight pack. It's 2,000 Zen. It gives you 20 Starlet Parcels and 14 days of VIP. Remember, when you buy that, those gifts or those Starlet Parcels are going to be on one character. Also remember that the Starlet Parcels, the more you open, the better off you'll be. As you can see on the Starlet Parcel, I have only opened 1 of these this year. After you open 5, you'll get better rewards. After you open 15, even better. 20, even better than that. So you do want to kind of balance out whether you want to buy that or not, but if you are going to buy them, I would recommend the Simul Starlight pack, because at least you're going to get some VIP. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to change character and show you more about fishing. Alright, you remember me mentioning that you could get these flakes of black lead through the Simul crafting. As you can see there, I got 2 flakes of black lead. Very, very easy to do. And how you get those is with a fully upgraded Simul profession. You can get these sickly items when you're fishing. It takes 2 minutes and you get 2 flakes of black lead. Sadly, you can only do one thing in that profession at a time. Now, the reason why I switched characters is this character I worked on, I already got my initial gift, so I already have the artifact and everything. But remember how I was talking about the event and fishing? Well, I have a fully upgraded Sparkling Starlet fishing pole. This is the Legendary pole. Last year, you could only upgrade it to Epic. This year, you can get Legendary. It's really awesome. As you can see, I have 3 Treasures of the North, 6 Treasures of Learwood, or whatever you want to pronounce that as, 2 Treasures of Thay, 2 Treasures of Tiamat, and you can very easily come up here to the vendor and see what you can get. Like, I could get extra dragon sigils, I could get vibrant seedlings, I can get this seal of the shadow mantle, I can get all kinds of stuff. Basically, this is to help you out if you need a boon still, and you're like, hey, I need more blades. Well, there you go. You can buy the blades. Or, man, I need 10 more Linu's Favor. Well, you can get your Linu's Favor. You don't have to farm Tiamat anymore. Also, you will get little bags when you fish. Sometimes they're sodden pouches, and you can open the pouches, and you'll see sometimes you get seals, sometimes you get little items that you can sell for copper or silver. I have some more of the sickly items in my inventory right there. And you will also get sometimes lumens. That's a refinement point currency for the event. But my personal favorite, you will pull occasionally golden Zorp. And those are sellable. They're not bound. But you can either use them to dramatically improve the quality of your catch for a full minute if you're going to be fishing a lot, or you can sell them. Personal preference, and 100% up to you. The other bags that you can get are the soaked purse, which will open a couple of those. Mostly you get light pods and the little platinum bottle stoppers, things like that. It's pretty much just for gold, but hey, look, a golden Zorp. I'll do it till I have 10 of each one. You remember what was in the sodden pouch, so go ahead and knock that down. Oh, that's 9. One more of those. And the really rare ones, the waterlogged bag. So you open them, and again, most of the time you're going to get light pods. That's the primary currency that you use in the Simul crafting profession. Occasionally you get some seals, or the golden Zorp is pretty much the best thing that I've gotten out of all of these bags. Some people have told me that they got a Starlet Parcel out of the bag. I personally don't believe them. I call a little bit of BS on that one. But I mean, if you get one, hey, great. You know, more the merrier, man. More the merrier. Now you'll see right now up is the monsters on ice. I'm not going to mess with it. I don't need to. But you can learn anything else about fishing. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing here real quick. These are all white holes, so they don't really matter too much to me. I'll go look for one of the green ones. I'm not a big fan of the purple ones because they disappear so quickly, but the green ones are kind of like my favorite. And then with the legendary pull, you can see how much faster it is. Pull the blue fish, which again, save your fish, then turn them in. They'll give you points during the event, and they'll give you the very nice light of Simul. So it's a very easy way to farm lights of Simul, and you'll take those lights, buy the weapon transmogs. You can then sell those for diamonds if you want, or you could save up for the companions, sell them for diamonds later after the event has ended. All that's up to you. But what I really wanted to show off is the fact that with the legendary pull, you can actually get those frozen treasures, or any of the treasures for that matter. It seems to be a pretty high chance of getting them. Of course, here on the video, it doesn't look like, oh, there we go, I got a treasure at A. So as you can see, it doesn't really take much once you have this legendary pull to pull those treasures out of the water. And then you can work on your campaigns, basically for free, or if your guild needs currency for something, you can provide your guild with that currency. So, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, make sure that you leave a comment. You're also more than welcome to follow me on Facebook or Twitch. I generally do live streams, usually every other night. You can join in, ask questions, anything like that. We're going to be farming this Winter Festival for a while. And then I will post a separate video after this for how to get your fishing pole to legendary and the fastest way to get the actual demon sled. Outside of that, the best things that you can do are fish, upgrade your pole, and then go ahead and try and get into a gift group for giving out those little gifts of Simul, those lanterns, and you can actually pull a decent amount of stuff out of this. It just takes a little bit of time and a little bit of effort. Hopefully I've covered every question that you possibly may have, and until next time, stay frosty.